then just taken our home, taken our van, just like that, and it's gone.
We're busting Chile out of jail, effectively.
We paid bail for Chile. Chile? Can't even speak, I'm still just so nervous. 5 AM wake up. We are at the Saswasen ferry terminal in Vancouver. And we're going to Vancouver Island, baby.
Yeah, that's it.
Wow, great intro there.
Oh, you kill me. So we were finally heading to Vancouver Island, our last stop in Canada, so we're really excited, but as per usual, the weather was not on our side. More storms to come, and if you've seen any of our previous videos, you know that storms have really been affecting the trip so far. But nonetheless, we were excited. We were going on a ferry for the first time, and so was Chile the van. So last stop in Canada, it was going to be a good one. So we're here, going all the way through there to Schwartz Bay.
Hold me, Jack. I'm the king of the world. Touchdown in Vancouver Island. We were raring for the final stage of our Canadian trip, but as has happened many times, COVID had other ideas. We're just hearing about this Omicron variant of COVID that's come from South Africa. We've literally just got to Vancouver Island, and we're wondering what if they announce more restrictions for the US, and after all this time we can't even get into the US. So now we're researching whether or not we should just completely forget about Vancouver Island and just go straight to the US as soon as possible. And if if they change the restrictions once we're in the US, then so be it, we're already in there. But if they change them before we get there, we'll be absolutely furious.
Second day in Vancouver Island. Yesterday we kind of got the news about the Omicron variant, so we're a little bit afraid about not being able to get into the US, but I think Matt and I kind of decided we're still going to do Vancouver Island. We've just got here, so we don't want to sacrifice it and just head to the US. Could be a costly decision, but we're going to spend a week or so here and try and do some very, very rainy hikes.
We're trying to figure out whether or not we can take a ferry from here to Port Angeles, which is in Washington State, which we might do because we're panicking a bit. And I just went to the ferry terminal to ask about it, and she said she doesn't know if we're going to be able to cross because a marine border is different from a land border. So now we're just going around town in the storm trying to look for a payphone because James and I, we don't have a phone anymore. Our contracts have run out. So we've got a lot of barriers facing us whether or not we can get to the US. We're starting to get a bit on edge. Hi there, I just have a question about crossing to the US. Yeah, of course. So I'm going to be driving in my van as well. Is that that's okay to bring the van, obviously? Yeah. Okay, great. Also double vaccinated. No, we've both been in Canada for the last 2 months, yeah. So, good news, let me turn that radio off. Good news, at least for now. We have been told what we already thought we knew, which is that we can cross to the US via the marine border, but we weren't sure about whether we were going to explore Vancouver Island or whether we were just going to go. And we've decided to explore. We're here, we want to see it. We're just going to do a bit of a circuit, and then in 6 days we're going to come back, and then we're going to head over to the States.
I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? I wanna know.
This is Matt and I, it's our first rainy hike. So today I bought some waterproofs, Matt's already had some. So hopefully it should be a good hike and we shouldn't get too wet.
I mean, talk about flimsy.
Woo! Tricky, tricky.
Careful, it's really sodden.
Okay.
Quite quick. The storm clouds are finally cleared, and what do we see over the ocean with the peaks of Olympic National Park in Washington State? This is our first look at the USA, and in a week's time we're going to be there.
Okay, so it's getting late, we've got our head torches on and we're next to this mine in there. You can't see it because it's so dark, but we're going to go in and check it out. Hopefully there's no bears. Find your torch in there? Nah, I'm not getting nothing.
Come back out. We're deep in the old growth forests of Vancouver Island, and it is pouring it down with rain. It's a complete water world around here. We're crossing massive streams and swamps. We've got to keep going. We've got another few kilometres to the car park, but this is where it gets exciting.
So
this is the bypass trail. It's probably going to be less bad. We just made it back, and it was pretty sketchy in there. I mean, that might have been one of the most dangerous hikes I've ever done. As we were coming down, our torches started to fade and a real cloud of mist rolled in and we couldn't film anything. I was trying to track the GPS and we were going underwater. All the flood water was coming down the mountain and we were just going through swamps which were almost, you know, shin height in water, and the path was gone. I was trying to track on my phone. So it was a real adventure, and you know, we felt confident because we're getting more and more experienced at this, but that was pretty risky out there. Try and keep the wet stuff near the door. There's going to be a lot of it. Can you see how I get that light on first? There she goes. Right. Whoop whoop! Bloody whoop! There's no glamour in this kind of van life, I can tell you. This is it. We get back in our sopping wet clothes. Oh my god, these shoes are not up to the job. They went underwater many times. Oh. I mean, look at that sock. I got gas all over my hands doing this.
looks pretty good. We'll give it a clean and we'll put it back in.
Good, there wasn't any oil on there.
Huh?
There wasn't any oil on there.
Looked really oily to me.
Really?
All over, but not black.
That's the thing, it has to have that black line.
So we've got oil to there, but very little.
No, I would say that's out of oil.
Okay. Luckily we're topping it up.
If you're wondering how to change engine oil, don't watch this because we don't have a clue.
We're happy with that diesel engine oil there.
Yeah.
Do you know how much?
A lot. We put in like half a tub at least, more last time. Mount Quimper, there we go. So I just can't tell if these are streams that they just out of fucking let the path follow it, or if they are paths that just have become rivers, or you know.
It just seems to be the way in Canada. Rivers are trails.
Right. I put way too much pressure on that, it snapped in my hand. Luckily I've got excellent balance. I mean, I wouldn't exactly call that sturdy.
Thank you.
Mount Quinnell summit. Very views, sadly. Just thick sea mist.
We were getting really sick of the weather. Yeah, we're hiking, but come on, this much rain was too much for us. Pacific Rim National Park was meant to be an amazing place for us to visit, but we just couldn't bear the rain. So we decided to give it up and head north to Tofino.
God damn it. This knife is killing me. I mean, it's a good knife, but the onion is bigger than the knife. I'll tell you what I love. Cooking with my back against the ceiling. It's going to be sacrilege if I cook the peppers and the onions at the same time, because it's going to save me a lot of effort. Don't follow this cutting method, kids, because my fingers are in the firing line. I'll cut it into thirds so we have 2 more meals. About a third. No! We're trying our new stove. Making a sort of chorizo, tomatoey pasta. This is the first time we've ever used a frying pan in this van. It's been Ichiban noodles and baked beans, little else. So it's probably going to be a disaster. That's concerning. Why is that not lighting? I can literally hear it. What the f... Is this leaking gas? So dangerous. That's absolutely outrageous. Okay, I'll try and bring... I don't think I can... Actually, that's not half bad. There's more control in this one. We can start boiling the water, actually. This one I'm slightly concerned about. Why is it not light? There we go. Water is on the floor, where all saucepans should be. Is it going to fit? I mean, it's not great, but it fits. Christ, I mean, that is... I'd almost... Do you want to go get some more from Walmart?
Sure.
I honestly can't believe they would sell this to us. If they knew that this worked like this, there's such a health risk.
Got Italian mixed herbs and seasonings, so that'll be oregano, thyme, basil, things like that. And you've got some chili flakes, black pepper and some salt.
That was absolutely awful. I hated every second of that. I covered myself in pasta multiple times and it was just a disaster from start to finish. Bon appetit!
Best pasta of the trip so far, so pretty happy. Not worth all the effort, but very happy.
He's only been chipper because he didn't have to cook it and he didn't get any sauce on himself.
I didn't get sauce on myself, that's true.
Have you ever changed a windscreen wiper?
No.
The instructions are pretty thorough. Identify wiper arm. Install new wiper blade. Oh, really? Good as new. Except that left one. Oh, that squeaks. We just got Chili back. Took her to another service, this time at Canadian Tire. We couldn't believe it had been 5,000 kilometres since our last service in Whitehorse, even though it was only last month.
They said our oil pressure is horrible right now, but we think, we don't want to accuse him of doing the wrong job, but we think he overfills.
The oil pressure's nearly maxed, so I'm driving about 45 miles an hour to make sure we don't over-pressurise the van. I don't even know if that's a thing, but I'm trying it anyway.
So we're on our way to Ucluelet. Not sure if that's...
Ucluelet. I don't know how to pronounce it.
No one knows. But we're in a bit of a roadblock, as you can see out there, so we've got to wait till 3 o'clock, so that's about an hour and 15 minutes. So we chucked on the stove. We've got a bit of tea brewing.
Well, not just any tea. Look what we found. Home away from home, Yorkshire Gold.
The Holy Grail.
None of that dry, crispy Canadian tea. You need the real English stuff. Dun, 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 dun.
We're going for a very cold swim in the sea.
It's gonna be. Oh god!
It's gonna be so shallow. Oh,
That is pain, all right. Right. Not anymore. Gotta go under. This way. Sprightly.
how are the toes?
Look at the colour then. Up our shower thing for 2 showers a week. Look at that sun.
Ooh, dear lally.
As the sun set on the Pacific coast, so too did our time in Canada come to an end. What a 3 months. We'd driven to the Arctic Circle, we'd explored the Yukon, British Columbia, Alberta, some horrific conditions, adventures all over the shop. But the adventure was only just beginning, and the next stop, the United States of America.